the traditional lead-up day to FDW Champions Day at Sha Tin on Sunday with two Group 2s with the Sprint Cup and the Chairman's Trophy. Welcome into racing to win the panel here, as always, of Tom Wood and Paul Lally. Tom, hello to you. Beauty Generation, can he go back-to-back?
Well, he's going to be in with a big chance, Mark. Plenty of the heavy hitters, the big arsenal coming out on Sunday afternoon. Beauty Generation, Waikuku. Waikuku has beaten Beauty Generation in their last 4 meetings. Expecting that to continue again on Sunday afternoon. Then later on in the day, Athero and also Hot King Prawn clashing. But it'll be interesting to see how the day unfolds, because they are predicting some weather, but we know we don't get heavy tracks here in Hong Kong. No, exactly right. Paul Lally joins us too. This time last week, you were big on Joe Marira to ride 6. He came up with 5. Karis, a good night on Wednesday night. Which jockey are you predicting a big day for tomorrow?
Well, I think it could be quite evenly spread. I had a look through sort of the horses I like, and there's about 4 or 5 jockeys with a, well, I've got as a double on top anyway. The interesting one there with Karis, I do like a couple of his. I think he's 3rd in the Premiership. He's had 53 wins this season, so he's had a really good season, Karis, and I think he can take. There's one that I like of his at odds in the last as well.
OK, we'll get to that a little bit later on. It is a massive day with 10 races, including those 2 Group 2s. Here's the withdrawals. Race 4, number 6, Alloy Star, is replaced by Flying Photos. Jack Wong will take the ride, and Wisdom Patch, the former Kiwi, will not make his Hong Kong debut on Sunday. He'll be saved for another day. 10 races, B course, +2 will be racing on with the first at 12:45. The first is the Pill Handicap. It's a Class 4 over the 1,000 metres. Trust Me looking to make it 3 from 4 over his last 1,000 metre starts. He's at the top of the book. Decisive 12 goes head-to-head with him again. Does meet Trust Me better off at the weights this time. Dream Team led up on debut, headed by the winner at the 200 and nabbed by 2nd and 3rd at the 75 metre mark. Further down, we have got Here Comes Ted. Really strong when clear last time and draws the other side of the track. He was barrier number 14 last start. He's barrier number 1 on Sunday. Horses which have been up at Chungfa, Shanghai Lad and Masterwork, 8 and 10.
Speed for the first down the straight, it'll be good. Valiant Elegance is a newcomer, and he's shown plenty of speed in his recent barrier trials, including the one at Happy Valley where he was right up on the pace. Dream Team came out of the gates very fast on debut. Second line, you've got Fabulous 8, who's second up off a long break. Best of Luck and Decisive 12. One of the other newcomers, or 2 of the other newcomers back in the field, Shanghai Lad and Rocket Hammer.
Decisive 12 now, he went really well on debut, ran a really nice 3rd behind Trust Me, who is a rival in this race. He goes nicely, he's got a nice shine to his coat, and his work's been pretty good leading into this contest as well, as the 4 Decisive 12. Dream Team, I made him a horse to follow after his debut run. I thought he went really well, and he's impressed me in his track work since. He goes nicely once again here, stretches out really well. So I think he's come on from start 1 as the son of Rubik. We haven't got many of those up here. And Valiant Elegance, the first starter. Now, that's him with a blue saddlecloth, just working with a partner horse. He's shown a lot of speed in his trials, and he goes nicely as well. And he's 1,088 pounds. He's had the 4 trials.
That is track work for race number 1. Number of replays to look at. We've been talking about Trust Me and Decisive 12 when they last clashed. Here is the replay. The winner, Trust Me, comes through the centre of the 2 outside horses.
He set off just off the speed this time round. He's going to have sort of a middle-of-the-line draw. He had the outside rail draw last time out, followed that, got the clear gap there behind Zero Hedge and was able to charge on to win this race. So I think he can go close again. Quite keen on Decisive 12, though. He's since trialled really well behind Stronger and hit the line there nicely.
He did, and he meets him a lot better at the weights as well. So I think there's plenty of improvement in him.
He draws the outside rail 2, does Decisive 12 in barrier number 13. Here comes Ted, ended up with a cut eye after this race. Here's one you mentioned too, Paul. Dream Team running 4th and Fabulous 8 in 8th.
Yeah, so Fabulous 8 will be fitter because this will be his 2nd run in. Here comes Ted's drawn the other side this time. And I just like the run of Dream Team. He just ran out of condition late, this horse. His work's been really good since. He was just fighting for the lead with about 100 to go, and he stayed on nicely enough there for 4th, just got swamped a bit late. So I thought it was a good run. So, yeah, I quite like him in this.
I think he'll improve as well, because he showed a ton of speed in that last start effort, just weakened over the final stages. I'd be willing to give Fabulous 8 another chance, because he was first up there, coming into the 2nd up, and there was market support for him first up.
They are the replays for race number 1. Valiant Elegance is one of 3 first starters in the race. His trials have looked the best of the 3 making their debut. The rider is Joe Marira.
Joe Valiant Elegance, first starter from Douglas White's stable. You rode him in a trial at Happy Valley. What's he like?
A very speed type. he's got so much speed in himself, and I think that's going to benefit him running over the 1,000 mid straight in Sha Tin.
As you say, got a lot of speed. Does he have a bit of a high head carriage?
It does, but it's expected for a horse being young as he is. He hasn't done that much of wrong things, but he still do a little. And I think with racing, he's just going to learn more and more. He seems a nice type of a horse, I can tell you that.
Gate 2 down the straight first up. Does that worry you?
Sometimes it does, but not in particular this case, because if he end up finding horses showing more speed than him, which can happen on those 1,000 meter straight races in Sha Tin, he could get lost. So very unlikely that that's happening as he's got an inside gate. If he's able to show the speed he's got, he's going to be able to come across and get in front of them. And if there is one or two that has got a bit of more gate speed and he's having them to be looking at, he's definitely going to be in the clear run. So yeah, it's not a big concern to me, the gate 2 that he's got.
He is horse number 9, Valiant Elegance. Paulie has looked the best of the 3 first starters at the trials.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. And look, his last trial, he actually won at Happy Valley as well. He seems to be improving with every trial. He's got that plenty of gate speed. Look, I found a spot for him on a minor line.
He won a trial in Australia at Morfordville by 4.5 lengths. Didn't go through any sales or anything. He was trained over there by Michael Hickmott.
Shanghai Lad is another of the first starters. This is a slushy track with Team Power winning this trial. It was up at Chungfa.
Yeah, so he's an interesting horse here out of the Benno Jung stable. Was with Kelly Schwader in Australia, Queensland, ran in a trial over there. Gate speed just fair. He's had a few issues, lame left hind, left front fetlock issue. He was 210,000 out of the sales over there, Magic Millions. Pushed out in this recent trial. I'm happy to look elsewhere.
Yeah, he's all yours.
I don't want to.
1,036, he's had the 5 trials. So what I've seen so far, I'm happy to watch.
What about Star Superior?
Yeah, Star Superior, not a bad trial from this horse. He hit the line nice enough. Now, he was a winner on the all-weather 3 starts ago. He does like the all-weather. He's got barrier 14, so he'll be against the outside rail, so that's good for him. I didn't find a spot for him, though. No,
can't have him here. All-weather form for him. He's had issues, medical treatment after a race last time out. Came off the bridle at the 700 metres. You can deal me out of him.
OK, so we're putting the pen through Shanghai Lad, the pen through Star Superior. What are we going in the first?
There's the Quinella. I'm going to go with Dream Team. I made him a horse to follow. I think he's come on from that run. He's got plenty of speed, and I think he'll be up on the pace. So he's on top. Decisive 12 looks very hard to beat, though. He's been going nicely, and he's drawn ideally in 13. Trust me, he's put on 22 pounds since his last start, so he's obviously a good eater. Trust me, he's in good form at the moment, but he's got to carry the big weight, and we'll put the first starter in there for 4th, Valiant Elegance. So 5,419, but 5's come up a decent each way price at the moment.
Going to settle with Trust Me. It's hard to go past Dinner Ship and Zach Purton when they team up. Horse number 1, he's at 2.3 in the market. Good win last time out, came from off the pace and won nicely. Decisive 12 looks a good chance in the race as well. Tip Fabulous 8 last time out. Going to stick with him. He is second up here for Karis Teton and Ricky Yu. And the other one, Dream Team, goes in. So I've left out Valiant Elegance. I've also left out Here Comes Ted. 1, 4, 6 and 5.
1, 4, 6 and 5 from Tom. I thought Decisive 12 would go on with it from that debut 3rd, and with the turn in the weights on Trust Me, be very, very hard to beat in the first on a dual Group 2 day at Sha Tin.